Alright guys, so I told you real quick I would go over a couple of the basic editing tools that you should have learned in Photoshop in Photo 1. It might have been a while ago for some of you, and some of you might not have been paying attention. So just a lot of common things I've been getting questions about. I'm going to use this embarrassing photo of me as an example just because I have it on my desktop. But a lot of people want to know, how do I make some things color, some things black and white? What you do not want to do is go to image adjustments, black and white. If you make it just black and white, all of the color information is gone. You cannot bring the color back. What you want to do is go to Desaturate, and it will look black and white. At this point, you can adjust brightness and contrast for your blacks and your whites. You can go into levels, do the same thing, mess with your grays, your whites, and your blacks by dragging the toggles back and forth. And once that's where you want it, you want to go over here to the history brush tool. If you click on it, there's two. Art history brush is a weird thing. Don't click that one. You want regular history brush tool. You'll get your brush size here, and you can change it up here just like any of the other ones, the hardness and the size of the brush. And then if you click where you want color, the color will appear, right? Because it's the history of what you did on your photo. So it's what's underneath the desaturation. This can be a little tricky. Something I would recommend, I'm going to undo all this real quick. Something I would recommend that you do if you want a really clean edit, something really, really well done. Oh, I went too far. You can desaturate. You can magnetic lasso the parts that you want in color. So let's say, just for argument's sake right now, that I only want my face to be in color. I would very carefully and slowly, and remember, you are getting graded on this, not me, so you're going to take your time and do a great job. Trace the part that you want in color. Blah, 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 pretend it's good. Okay, and then get your history brush tool. Then you can go all kind of crazy in there, and it's only going to do the piece that I traced, that I put the marquee around. And then you can just deselect it, and you're good to go. Now, obviously, I didn't do that good a job because you can see, like, right in here, if I zoom in, I missed a lot of spaces. So now, if you wanted to, manually, you could go in and get those pieces yourself, but like I said, it's a little bit tricky. It can get like a little bit hard, so you just want to be nice and careful about how you do it. The main thing with desaturation is people will do it just because it's a cool technique, but you should have some purpose when you do it. Remember, you're getting a big part of your grade is whether or not you're showing me a story or telling me something important, not just showing me your Photoshop skills. So right now, this would not be a good example because who cares about this person, and the background could have been black and white for all we know anyway, and maybe my hair is black and my sweatshirt is black, so this is not exactly a very good example of when to use it, but technically it's just showing you how. In addition to that, I showed you the brightness and contrast adjustments up here. You can do that with a color photo or a black and white photo, doesn't matter. You can also mess with curves and exposure, but that takes a little bit more time. Feel free to experiment. But one thing that you should be doing a decent amount of is dodging or burning. These tools are right under here, the hand or the magnifying glass. Basically what you need to know is that the burn tool, and again you adjust your brush sizes up here, the burn tool will make things darker. So let's say I wanted a little bit heavier of a shadow where my eyes are, right? That's getting a little bit crazy, but that's darkness. Or let's say I wanted to lighten up my teeth. That's a big one. Lots of people want their teeth lighter. You go to the dodge. Think of it as burn like a sunburn, you get kind of dark, and then dodge, you're hiding from the sun in the shadows, so you stay nice and light. So there you go. And same with these tools, you can use the magnetic lasso to trace the space you want, so that way you're only getting that space lighter or darker. Yeah, so experiment with those along with everything else you've learned, and have fun.